Hello YouTube! Today is April 20th, 2020. We're at the Vermilion River again, chasing some later spring steelhead. Water's a lot higher and more stained than the last time I was here. Hopefully we'll be able to find a few. But the big thing is today, I got a new net. It's a nice little wading net, much bigger than the last one I had. Hopefully it'll be good for some steelhead. Stay tuned, let's see what happens. Now this water is muddy today. The Vermilion doesn't flow super fast, but it is stained water. So I'm going to be targeting some riffles where I saw them holding off. I know there's a nice little drop off here, right behind where these riffles are under the bridge. There's a nice drop off, so I'm going to work my way swinging some flies towards that. See if anything takes for now. That's how we're going to start our day. Super simple technique. Swinging flies through this run. Well, it's not really a run, these riffles here. Water temperature's up. It's a little bit stained, and it's early in the morning, so they should be here. If not, we'll just keep moving until we find some fish. But that's the game plan for now. For the first hour or so, we're just going to be swinging through this. Yippee! I'm catching a rod. Finally. Gotta keep him out of that current. Ah, broke it off. Shoot. Okay, so what I've done since that last fish broke off, I just retied. I still have the 3 small split shot, but I have a much longer leader now from my tippet. I've probably got 2.5, almost 3 feet between the split shot and my first fly. And that'll give it a lot more room to swing up and down in the water column while it's drifting through. But I also upgraded my weight from 10-pound tippet to 20-pound tippet because the water is so dirty. Now, when the water visibility is this low, typically the size tippet that you're using isn't the issue when a fish bites. It's just getting a fly big enough that they can see and getting it right in front of their nose. Because when it's this dirty, they don't have time to really analyze it and think, well, is this something edible or not? They see something that looks somewhat edible right in front of them, they just grab it. So using 20 pounds shouldn't be a problem here. But what we're going to do is we're going to keep fishing this run, because when you find one trout, you almost always find more than that one in that same area. So we'll give it a little bit here, and then we'll move up and fish the runs that we already have now that they've had a little bit of time to cool off. And the fish, if there are any, will hopefully be a little bit more active than they were. And that's really the secret to fishing when it's high and muddy like this, is move around until you find the fish. When you find a sign of fish, you just hit it real hard until you know you've covered the entire water column where the fish should be at. And when you've done that, then you move to the next spot until you find some more. But we'll stay after it, keep switching things up, might shorten the leader a little bit or add some more split shot, and we'll just keep going, moving around, and hopefully that won't be the only trout of the day. But you know, when it's This late in the season with these kind of conditions, you take what you can get. It's a really interesting scenario because this little bit of a current here to the left, there's like a strong undercurrent to this whole run through here. So a little bit farther out to the right, there's a much stronger current. And then as my fly is swinging through and gets to the left, there's like no current at all. So it's just kind of dying right at the bottom. I might have to put a little bit less weight on, make some adjustments here and figure out how to fish this. This is a very interesting situation. I'm definitely taking off one of these weights because there's just too much on there right now. Just gonna start by fishing up here, letting it go all the way down. There goes the fly line, following it. And then it gets down to right about there, and it just dies. There's the tail out currents bringing it back this way. It is very interesting. I don't know how I'm gonna fish it from this angle. This is not something that I'm used to fishing anything like this. This is very different. So let's see if we can figure this out. Because I'm sure there's fish here. Right at the bottom of this run, after the spawning gravel, there's a nice tail out there. I know there's fish here. Like that's... that last female that I caught on the last time I was fishing from the other side, swinging it along, and it was going, because the current being on the side closest to me was bringing the fly right through this tail out, so I was able to fish it much more effectively. I do not know how to fish it from this side. And I'm doing the normal swing and then I'm just stripping it through this tail out. I don't know if that's really the best way to do it or not, but it's really like the only way I know how to, I can even think to fish this. It's a good hit. Smashed it. I ended up sizing up to a bigger white woolly bugger. That little bit of difference changed it. That little tiny change made all the difference. Not a very big one, but I'll take it. This little fish looks so small in this net. Take him over here and get a good look at him. Don't know why I wasn't recording for when it hit. Thought I hit the button earlier. Hook just pops right out. Look at that. Gorgeous little trout. Look at that. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Go back and release them. Keep them in the water the whole time from the net. Not a very big one, but after losing that one earlier, definitely feels good. Look at that pretty little trout. Get it in the colors here. Beautiful little fish. And released. Woohoo! Yes! Yeah, finally. Took a lot of moving, but eventually came back to this spot and got it. Yeah, like I said, that one came on the white woolly bugger. A little bit bigger than the last one I was using, but that's what got the job done. Pretty much weightless at this point. I've got two tiny little split shots up here, but it's over 3 feet away from that fly, so it's just helping the line get down and stay down in this current. There's a good one. Oh, he actually smashed that fly too. Shoot. Was not ready for that. Completely distracted for that fish. That's why you gotta stay focused on it. Every single drift could be a fish. Oh well, that's my bad. There's a fish. Feels like a carp. I don't know what's going on with this, but it's almost got me into my backing, so I'm gonna chase it down. I think it swung into a carp and snagged it. It's a big fish, whatever it is. Wow. This could be a long flight. I just gotta keep tension on it until it decides it wants to swim this way. This way, fish. That's gotta be a fouled carp. There's no way. Thing feels huge. Yep. Oh my. That's gotta be a carp, right? Yeah, that's a carp. See, the problem is once the carp are in the river, you know the steelhead are just about done. Oh my gosh. Not an intentional catch, but wow. Look at that sucker. Woo-hoo. Dear God, is that even a carp? That has to be a carp, right? Yeah, it's a carp. Really pale colors. Man. Big fish. Well, unfortunately that one was fouled. Snagged in the fin, but that means one thing. My flies are getting down to the bottom, which is good. So even though that's not the result we want, it means we're fishing this right. We've got the right amount of weight on it. We've got a good angle for the swing. We're hitting deep where the fish are at. Hard to say if that's another foul hook or if it ate. And I was stripping it back. Maybe this one feels like a trout. Nope, another carp. Fouled in the back. Unbelievable. That's a huge carp. Oh my gosh. I don't know what species of carp these are. Good lord. They're big. Well, I'm back home now. Forgot to film an intro at the river. Oops. But overall, the fishing was pretty good today. It was slower than last time for sure, but when it's high and muddy like that, you got to be happy with any fish. I was able to catch one. I should have had three, but both the ones that I missed were completely my fault. I've made mistakes in both of them. So it is what it is. I'm happy to even get out there and get on a few this late into the season. So I'll catch you guys on the next one.